Hello everybody, Grandmaster Keith Hafner here. I've got such an important topic for today. We're going to talk about how the martial arts work. And here's why this is important. There's a lot of martial arts around. They are truly ubiquitous. You've got schools with people training in them, but you've got the media and the movies and after-school programs. And I think so many people have discovered the benefits of martial art training. I think often, though, they don't really understand what hit them. They don't understand how it worked. And like anything else, if you sort of can break down the process that you've been through, I think you extract even more benefit from it. When I was a little guy, maybe I was 2.5, 3 years old, I remember so clearly my mother having the ironing board set up in the house. And this is back when people ironed clothes. She's ironing away, and for some reason, she has to leave the room. And so she tilts the iron up on its stand. And she said to me, "Now, don't touch this iron while I'm out of the room." So guess what I did? I walked over there, reached up, and put the palm of my hand flat against the bottom of the iron. As you might imagine, there was a lesson contained in that experience, and I only had to learn it that one time. Things that create a physical response, things that affect you viscerally in your body, teach you so much, so many things that can't be learned if you're just learning them using a head experience, using your brain. And that's the whole key to understanding how the martial arts work. You come into martial art class and you're pretty stiff, and they begin to stretch you out. And it's a little painful at first, but then you start to like it, and your body becomes more flexible. Well, next thing you know, the teacher comes along and starts to speak to you about being a little more flexible in your mind, a little more flexible in your dealings with other people. And guess what? Because you've stretched your physical body, that lesson resonates with you in a way that it would not without the physical stretching. We become more physical in our bodies, and that's good for our body, but it's good for our thinking. It's good in our approach. You know, a lot of people feel sort of helpless and feel disempowered and feel like they are weak and don't know how to become stronger. And they come into karate class and they're throwing the punch and they're trying to do what the teacher said, but it's weak. But very quickly, the teacher teaches them some simple techniques of shifting body weight. And bam, in 2 weeks, that punch is 3 times as powerful as it was when you first came in. And 4 months down the road, you're punching with tremendous physical power. Well, that does a lot more than just make your punches powerful. It causes you to understand that you are a powerful person and that there's way more inside you than you thought. Suddenly you start to see yourself as a person who can do hard things, who can do powerful things, who is empowered to be effective in their life. That punch, it's supposed to be here, but you threw it here. And the teacher came along and said, "Fred, that punch is 1 inch off. Move it over a little bit." And so you move it over, and now it's still a little bit off, but not as far off as it was before. He's starting to show you how to focus that technique on a very small target. And that's good. That requires some physical learning. But as you develop that kind of accuracy in your techniques, now you start to think more accurately. You start to understand how to focus your attention, focus your thoughts, focus your actions. So we're running, right? We're doing push-ups and sit-ups and jumping, and you're huffing and puffing. And your stamina is weak, but the weeks go by and very quickly you can handle a class that was really challenging for you before. Now you can do it very easily. Your stamina increases. And so now you start to think about your persistence, your ability to stick with things even when you become bored or fatigued or discouraged or tired. And you find that now that you have physical stamina, now you start to understand persistence and the role that it plays in reaching your goals. Every part of the martial arts experience ties in with a personality characteristic that empowers you to succeed out there. The martial arts are for people that want a bigger, better, brighter future, and they recognize that they're going to need some tools if they're going to cause that future to happen. So that's how it works. I'm going to see you in karate class.